mind-reading skill. And honestly, kinda. This video is about the tiny, automatic things people do without realizing it. The stuff their brain blurts out before manners, logic or self-image can step in and lie. These behaviors aren't random. They're shortcuts, leaks, little psychological typos that quietly scream who someone really is when they think no one's watching. So, if you've ever wondered why someone always interrupts, fidgets, mirrors you, avoids eye contact, or laughs half a second too late, congrats, you're already reading people. You just didn't know the subtitles were on. Let's get right into it. No 10. The foot snitch. You can lie with your face. You can control your voice. You can even fake eye contact if you're brave enough. But your feet? Absolute traitors. Picture this. Someone's talking to you, nodding politely, smiling like they're engaged, yet their feet are pointed toward the door, or the bar, or literally anywhere except you. Congratulations. Their brain already left the conversation. Their body just hasn't caught up psychologically. This happens because your lower body responds faster than your social filter. Your feet orient toward what your brain wants, not what you're pretending to care about. Interest. Feet lean in discomfort. They angle away dominance. Feet spread wider like they're claiming land. And here's the fun part. Confident people rarely notice this, but insecure people overcompensate by locking their feet in place, like they're being interrogated. If someone freezes their stance, they're mentally juggling self-awareness, approval-seeking, and mild panic. Couples do this too. Feet mirroring means emotional alignment. Feet drifting apart means someone's already planning a personality reboot. Basically, before someone says a word, their feet have already voted. And trust me, the feet never vote politely. They vote honestly. Your brain may be lying to you, but your feet are out here, filing a whistleblower report. No 9. The over-explainer reflex. Ever ask someone a simple question like what time is it? And they respond with a TED Talk. It's 3:42. But that's because my phone's fast. And I was running late earlier. And honestly, time is kind of fake if you think about it. Yeah, that wasn't about the time. Over-explaining is an unconscious tell of someone who fears being misunderstood or worse, judged. The brain assumes neutrality is dangerous, so it pads every sentence with disclaimers, context, and emotional bubble wrap. This usually comes from environments where mistakes were punished, not corrected. So now their nervous system treats communication like diffusing a bomb. One wrong word, boom, rejection. Ironically, confident people under-explain. They assume they're allowed to exist without footnotes. Insecure minds add subtitles, director's commentary, and deleted scenes just in case. Watch for this in arguments too. The more someone explains instead of states, the less safe they feel. It's not manipulation. It's self-protection wearing a trench coat. Basically, when someone over-explains, they're not giving you information. They're asking for permission to be accepted. Their mouth is talking, but their nervous system is waving a tiny white flag. No 8. The laugh delay. Have you ever told a joke and noticed someone laugh just a fraction of a second too late? Not silent, not fake loud, just delayed enough to feel weird. That pause, that's their brain checking the room before reacting. Social approval is loading. Please wait. Delayed laughter usually belongs to people who are highly socially calibrated. They're not responding to humor. They're responding to consensus. Their brain runs a background scan. Is this funny? Is it safe? Is everyone else laughing? Am I allowed to laugh at this without consequences? By the time they laugh, the joke has already expired. This doesn't mean they're boring. It means they are hyper-aware. Their personality is shaped by group dynamics, more than internal instinct. They read rooms like survival depends on it, because at some point it probably did. Meanwhile, people who laugh immediately, that's impulse-driven honesty. The sound escaped before the filter arrived. Sometimes charming, sometimes unhinged. If someone laughs late and looks around while doing it, they're prioritizing belonging over expression. Their personality bends before it breaks. Basically, delayed laughter isn't about humor. It's about safety. Your joke didn't miss. Their nervous system just needed approval from the council first. No. 7. The phone flip. Watch what someone does with their phone when you sit down. Face up. They're open, or at least pretending to be. Face down. That's not privacy. That's control. Flipping the phone screen down is an unconscious, boundary-setting behavior. It says this device has power over me, and I'm temporarily putting it in a cage. It's common in people who feel overstimulated, overstretched, or socially divided. Now here's the twist. Confident people leave their phone face up and untouched. They don't need to prove attentiveness. They assume it. People who flip it down dramatically, they're signaling commitment. Look how present I am, which usually means they don't feel present at all. There's also the micro-checkers, people who touch their phone without unlocking it. Just a tap, a glance. That's anxiety checking. Their brain is hunting for reassurance. Like a raccoon in a vending machine. Phones aren't distractions. They're emotional pacifiers. So, when someone flips their phone, they're not just managing notifications. They're managing themselves. Basically, that rectangle knows their personality better than you do. 6. The apology addiction. Some people apologize like it's punctuation. Sorry. Quick question. Sorry. I know this is annoying. Sorry. I exist. That's not politeness. That's conditioning. Excessive apologizing comes from a personality shaped around minimizing impact. These people learned early that taking up space caused friction, so now they pre-shrink every interaction to avoid emotional debt. Psychologically, it's a defense mechanism. Apologies soften potential rejection before it happens. If they're already at fault, no one can accuse them. But here's the irony. Chronic apologizers are usually the least problematic people in the room. They're hyper-aware, emotionally literate, and allergic to conflict. Meanwhile, people who never apologize aren't necessarily confident. They're often blind to consequence. Their internal world has no error alerts. When someone apologizes too much, don't correct them, observe them. Their personality is built around harmony, not dominance. Basically, their mouth says sorry, but their brain is saying, please don't be upset with me. And honestly, that's loud. 5. The chair claim. People don't just sit. They declare territory. Watch how someone occupies a chair. Do they spread out like they're paying rent? Or perch on the edge, like the furniture might file a complaint? People who sprawl arms wide, legs open, back relaxed, are signaling internal permission. They feel entitled to space without asking. That's confidence, dominance, or deep emotional comfort. Sometimes all three. Sometimes just audacity. Now contrast that with the hedge-sitters. Straight back, feet tucked in, minimal surface area. These people are psychologically prepared to leave at any moment. Their body is saying, I will not inconvenience this room. This usually points to high self-monitoring. They're scanning how they're perceived in real time, adjusting posture like it's a live performance review. And then there's the furniture rearrangers. People who move chairs, rotate them, or subtly shift positions. That's control-seeking behavior. When they can't control the conversation, they control the environment. None of this is conscious. No one thinks, oh yes, time to assert my personality via lumbar positioning. But your body knows. It always knows. Basically, before someone speaks, their chair already told you whether they feel powerful, cautious, or ready to escape through the nearest exit. The furniture doesn't lie. It just watches. 4. The mirroring accident. You cross your arms. 2 seconds later they do too. You lean forward. They lean forward. You take a sip. They take a sip. And oh, it's not creepy. It's chemistry. Unconscious mirroring is one of the clearest signs of psychological alignment. When someone mirrors you without realizing it, their brain is syncing with yours. It's empathy on autopilot. This behavior shows up strongest in people who are socially intuitive. They feel others rather than analyze them. Their personality adapts through resonance, not strategy. But here's the twist. People who never mirror, that's not independence. That's emotional insulation. They keep their physical responses locked. To avoid influence, mirroring doesn't mean agreement. It means engagement. Even during conflict, mirroring can appear because the brain is still tuned in. If mirroring suddenly stops, emotional withdrawal, the connection just got unplugged. Basically, when someone mirrors you, their nervous system is saying, we are in this together. Your body becomes the blueprint. Their brain follows, and that's intimate in a way words will never be. 3. Eye contact drift. Eye contact isn't about confidence. It's about tolerance. Some people lock eyes, like they're staring into your soul. Others glance drift, return drift again. Like eye contact has a time limit. Here's the truth. Prolonged eye contact increases emotional intensity. For people who are highly sensitive, introspective, or anxiety-prone, that intensity gets overwhelming fast. So when someone breaks eye contact often, it doesn't mean dishonesty. It often means they're processing more than they can comfortably hold. Confident extroverts use eye contact to dominate or connect. Introspective types ration it like a scarce resource. And then there are the stare holders, unblinking, unwavering. That's not always confidence. Sometimes it's control. Sometimes it's learned performance. Sometimes it's a dare. Healthy eye contact flows. It breathes. It moves. Basically, the eyes don't reveal lies. They reveal bandwidth. And some brains just need to look away to think. No to the silence. Fill us. Some people treat silence like a medical emergency. The moment a conversation pauses, they rush in with anything. A joke, a random fact, a nervous laugh, a story that starts with "this is weird but" and ends nowhere. That's not because they're talkative. It's because silence feels unsafe to them. Psychologically, silence removes feedback. No reactions, no reassurance, no confirmation that you're doing okay socially. For certain personalities, that blank space feels like standing on a stage with the lights off, waiting to be judged. So they fill it fast. These people often grew up in environments where attention was conditional. Silence meant disapproval, tension, or something about to go wrong. The brain learned if it's quiet, fix it. On the flip side, people who are comfortable with silence usually have strong internal validation. They don't need constant external cues to feel secure. They let conversations breathe. They pause. They think. And here's the kicker. Silence fillers are often deeply thoughtful. Their minds never stop. They're not shallow. They're overstimulated. Basically, when someone rushes to fill silence, they're not afraid of awkwardness. They're afraid of being left alone with uncertainty, and their mouth jumps in to protect them. No one? The micro-reaction leak. This is the big one. The tell that beats all tells. Micro-reactions are those split-second facial movements that happen before someone masks them. A flash of annoyance, a flicker of joy, a tightening of the jaw, a half smile that dies instantly. You don't notice them consciously, but your brain does. These reactions come from the limbic system, the emotional core that reacts faster than logic. They happen in under half a second. Too fast to fake, too fast to censor. People with high emotional intelligence leak fewer micro-reactions because they're practiced at regulation. People who are emotionally raw leak constantly. Watch someone's face when they hear unexpected news. The first expression is the truth. Everything after that is PR. This doesn't mean they're dishonest. It means they're human. And once you start noticing micro-reactions, you can't unsee them. You'll read discomfort before denial, excitement before restraint, contempt before politeness. Basically, your face tells the truth. Then your personality steps in to clean it up. But the leak already happened. And if you catch it, you're reading people like an open book, whether they like it or not. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.